Today on the 5 News Bright Side, a $34.5 million gift to an area university will fund new health professional programs. And we'll introduce you to a local expert who specializes in removing unwanted bees. Welcome to the 5 News Bright Side. I'm Claire Everbach. The Northwest Arkansas National Airport is moving forward with a major expansion. The Airport Authority Board approved the winning bid for a new concourse. 5 News reporter Jada Daniels spoke with airport officials about what this new project entails.
As more people travel through Northwest Arkansas, the XNA Airport is looking to expand with a new western concourse that will bring more gates and more space for travelers. Today, the board met to discuss the next steps. Airport leaders say the Western Concourse has been in the works for years, and now XNA has a winning bid for the 111,000 square foot project.
It's a super exciting day. So the board just approved the winning bid for XNA's Western Concourse, which will be obviously a brand new concourse for the airport, massive expansion.
An expansion, she says, is necessary to keep up with the growth happening across the region.
I think in order to have a successful region, you need reliable air service, right? And Northwest Arkansas has a huge sense of pride in their airport, and we're always thinking about that as we're looking towards the future, how we can expand, how we can make their air travel experience so much better.
The multi-million-dollar project will replace the airport's 2 existing B gates, offering much larger areas, giving travelers more holding space, restrooms, and concession options.
So what will happen is the existing B gates, those 2 will go away, and then there will be 7 gates from the project, the Western Concourse project. So net 5 additional gates, but the gates are much bigger than the ones that we have in the A concourse, so they accommodate narrow-body aircraft.
Tyler says the new development isn't just about the now, but preparation for years down the line.
Thinking about growth over the next 50, 100 years. It's no secret that Northwest Arkansas is growing, and we're kind of part of the home front of Northwest Arkansas, and so we need to make sure that we can accommodate not just those that are visiting Northwest Arkansas, but also the people living here.
Tyler tells me she's hopeful construction will start by the end of the year. In Benton County, covering news where you live, Jada Daniels, 5 News.
The upgrades at Northwest Arkansas National Airport come as it continues to report a record number of passengers. June and July both had a record number of enplanements. That's the number of people departing from the airport, with nearly 130,000 reported each of the last 2 months. XNA says it expects the total enplanements to set a new record this year, surpassing last year's record. And the city of Centerton has unveiled its final draft of its new downtown plan. The city says the plan aims to create a new town center south of Centerton Boulevard to improve walkability and add gathering spaces. The plan was shared to members of the public, City Council, Water and Sewer Commission, and the Planning Commission. The city is partnering with the NWA chapter of the Urban Land Institute for the project. Centerton's planning director, Lauren Burns, said she was amazed with the public's turnout.
This is, not our town. It's not the employee town. It's the citizens' town, and we want it to be what everyone wants. We can't make everyone happy, but this is providing something. I think for 15 years at least, we've been working on this.
The public will have another opportunity to give input at the next Planning Commission meeting on September 1st. That meeting starts at 6 p.m. And John Brown University will be getting quite the upgrade soon. The university just received $34 million in donations from the Walton Family Charity Support Foundation. The donation will be used to launch new advanced healthcare programs at the school. Leaders say the donation will be used to train more healthcare workers as the state faces a critical shortage of medical professionals.
So we train students all the time, and a lot of those students are going out of state to pursue PA roles and other nurse practitioner roles. And I think our goal is, hey, we're training them here in Northwest Arkansas. Let's keep them in Northwest Arkansas and in the greater Arkansas area.
The program's current launch date is targeted for fall of 2030. And the University of Arkansas began its 150 forward-reaching higher goals plan this week. The launch event saw the newly formed Transformation Management Office detail goals to maximize the university's impact across the state. Some of those goals include $500 million in annual research spending by 2032, adding 2,000 additional graduate students, and AI literacy for all undergraduates. Chancellor Charles Robinson was at the event and wants people to know how important the research done at the U of A is to the community.
We're here to serve, and so if there's a problem, our researchers need to be playing a part in solving it. And I think it's a critical part of really elevating who we are so that the whole state of Arkansas feels the impact of the University of Arkansas like never before.
Chancellor Robinson says about 32% of grads stay in Arkansas, and they want that number to grow. AQ Chicken House reopened in July after closing in 2023. When we come back, Danny and Tiffany head to Around the Table at the Reborn restaurant. A nuisance at the front door is turning into something sweet. A local beekeeper is rescuing honeybees from homes and giving them a second chance. Chief Meteorologist Scott Covert shows us how one beekeeper is turning unwanted house guests into a labor of love.
Called us. He's actually rented this property out to a tenant, and it was bothering them. It was right at their front porch, so bees flying in and out of your front porch is not ideal a lot of the times.
For the people who live here, these bees have become a bit of a nuisance. They've moved into a rock column right beside the front porch.
The homeowner called us. He's actually rented this property out to a tenant, and it was bothering them. It was right at their front porch, so bees flying in and out of your front porch is not ideal a lot of the times.
They need to go. Caleb Hutcherson agrees. He just doesn't think they need to die.
Yeah, so bee removal is really important. It prevents the bees from getting sprayed.
So Caleb, his fellow beekeeper Dusty, they go to work, opening up walls, moving the comb out, and the bees, they're collected alive.
So we have the right equipment to extract these honeybees out of this wall without killing any of them. Makes the transfer more seamless for me as well as the bees.
Caleb doesn't see these as pests, rather pollinators that are worth protecting.
Bees need to be protected. It's not against the law to kill them, but doing your part in the, protecting the ecosystems around you, it's very important. They help pollinate our farms that bring food to our tables.
And once they're out of the wall, the work, well, it's far from over. This is really where the bees get a second chance. Caleb and his family call it Beetopia.
We love this yard. This is like basically our home yard in Farmington. My son named it Beetopia. So.
About 30 colonies fill this farm. Here, Caleb does more than just give them a box to live. He feeds them, checks on them, nurtures them, helps them grow into an even larger colony. And eventually, after all that care, well, something sweet happens. But it takes time.
To create local honey, it's hard work. It really is.
Caleb manages hives all across the area, keeping each colony healthy and productive. And when there's enough honey to spare, it's harvested straight from the hive.
We extract our honey straight from the hive. There's no additive.
And it leaves Beetopia. From hive to jar, now to the farmer's market.
You want a raw? Okay. Okay. Yep.
But Caleb isn't just here to sell honey. He's answering questions, talking bees, and showing customers just how much work goes into every jar.
The more you educate people, the more they educate people, and it's better for the whole system.
Some, of course, here just for the honey. Others leave with a little extra, knowing more about the bees that made it. It's the final stop in a journey that started with a phone call about some unwanted house guests.
Thank you so much. We can do our part and save these bees, then we'll be rewarded. So ultimately, selling our honey and providing local honey to the area is a huge payoff.
A nuisance at someone's front door, now something worth taking home.
I don't know. I have a burning passion in my heart for bees, and I think I'll do the beekeeping thing for the rest of my life, or for the foreseeable future.
From nuisance to nectar.
In the latest edition of our Red, White, and You series, we're showing you a nonprofit in Winslow that connects veterans with horses, all in an effort to help the veterans heal. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer shows us how that bond is helping one veteran find confidence and a new sense of home.
Ready?
Onward. Army veteran Hannah Person.
Are you ready to show them what you can do?
Didn't know she needed this.
Yes, good boy. They just are such healers to the soul.
For the past 4 years, once a week, she comes to War Horse Legacy Foundation and works with horses like Honor.
You're gonna smile. Some days I would just start crying. And the trainer's like, yeah, horses will do that for you. Good boy.
140 acres in Winslow are a place where veterans just like Hannah can come to heal.
Woo, that was a bit energy.
They find something that they love in these horses, and it keeps them coming back.
For President and CEO Valerie Jones, this has always been what made sense.
We grew up horses all day. And all the men in our family served.
And why exactly horses? Valerie says they provide structure.
People like to say they're a mirror to your soul, but what they really are is an accountability partner.
They call it therapeutic horsemanship to build confidence and communication, all free for veterans.
Once you make that connection, it's a bond that is really unbreakable, and it softens our heart and our soul.
The ranch's 10 horses come here from all different kinds of backgrounds on the journey with the veterans.
All right, ready? This way.
When the horse and the human get to grow together is when you really get to see the greatest things.
4 years ago, Hannah says she couldn't do many of the things she can do today.
They really teach you forgiveness and grace.
And that's thanks to a place that's given her something she didn't know she was looking for.
It's given me wings. Good boy, we did it.
In Winslow, covering news where you live.
You did so good. I'm proud
Lauren
of you.
Spencer, 5 News.
A popular Fayetteville coffee shop now has a new brick and mortar location. Dodo Coffee's new location off Weddington Drive is now open. The shop had to leave its original location on MLK Boulevard because of a road expansion project last year. The business is run by Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Cooper Kupp and his brother-in-law Isaiah Ojeda. And speaking of local favorites opening new locations, an iconic Springdale staple celebrated its return in early July. This week on Around the Table, Danny and Tiffany stopped by AQ Chicken House to see the new digs and taste some old favorites.
I want it to feel like you're coming into your grandmother's house. You're gonna have a family meal. You'll sit down, put your cell phones up, and enjoy each other for a while.
Hey Danny.
What's up?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to AQ Chicken House, of course.
Well, that's where we are on this week's Around the Table. Might not be a good outcome for the chicken inside.
No, but definitely in my belly, for sure.
Yes, definitely. We're so excited to try this place. A longtime staple here in Springdale, and they've recently brought it back. You ready to try some chicken?
Of course.
Let's do it. Okay, so the time is here. We're gonna try all this famous food from AQ Chicken House. We have co-owners here, Robin and Tom. They own it with their daughter and son-in-law, Gracie and Jacob. And we wanna talk a little bit about the history behind AQ Chicken House. Y'all aren't the first owners, but you're carrying on the legacy.
I grew up 4 blocks from AQ Chicken House. I mean, literally grew up. So I've eaten there for 50 years. Our family has a really strong bias towards the culture of Springdale, and I just couldn't stand to see it close and disappear.
I want to talk about the hostess stand. That's really special. Can you tell the story behind it, why it says Hi Hun?
There was a wonderful lady that worked for AQ Chicken for 41 years. Her name is Jerry. That is her right over here looking over our shoulder. And she greeted everyone with Hi Hun, and that stuck. And so we wanted to honor that legacy.
Jerry's daughter came in to bring us some memorabilia from Jerry. She came in the front door. The first thing she saw was the hostess stand. She immediately just broke down into tears. That's why we're here. It's about people, it's about stories. There were some core items that we knew had to be exactly the way it was, and that's the chicken over the coals and all the fried chicken products. We had a lot of former employees who worked at AQ that came back, volunteered their time to teach us how it was done years ago. So the fried chicken is done exactly as the way it's always been done.
This is some of the best fried chicken I've ever had.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
It had good flavor. You don't need sauce, and I'm a sauce girl.
It's it's neat when these 30 or 40-year-olds come in and the first thing they say is, the toy box, you got the toy box, because that was their memory when they were a little kid. So it's a neat family atmosphere, and it's something special. I think that AQ stands for Arkansas Quality. When a customer comes in, they get that bite and they enjoy it, and they do have a chance to relax and just have a moment in time where they can just enjoy fried chicken in good company.
All right, we still have a lot of food on these plates that we will definitely be eating more of, but
We're coming back for that.
we have to try the apple bread pudding.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much for your time today. It has been so much fun. I feel like we've just been welcomed into the family today. We'll see you next time on Around the Table.
Let's see. Yeah, give me more of that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for the 5 News Bright Side. Have a great rest of your week.